I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing, guys.
Do it!
So my name is Andrew Mister. So I'm Mr. Mister. I have been told that people no longer like that joke. Welcome to my hell. So I came up with some new name humor out of spite. So I was thinking the other day about people who have like a number at the end of their name. So like, if you're like John Smith the Sixth, you've got to be like a really bad dad if your son, the seventh, decides to name his kid Derek. Because at some point in the number succession, the question becomes, how long can we get away with this? You know? Because like, you have to start that at a young age too. You have to, give your kid the talk and be like, all right, you're gonna name your son after me, and my father, and my grandfather, and my great-great-grandfather, and at some point, the kid's gonna slap him in the face and waddle away. There's a line here though, right? Because like, you could be John Smith the 47th, distinguished, and then John Smith the 48th, silly and impractical. I, though, am interested in getting into this game. Not to name my son Junior. I think it'd be really fun to name my son Andrew Mister the Last. The final. He will be peak performance. He will be the grand finale to humanity, and not because of the everything that's happening. So today was Candidates Day, and I don't care. I do not care. So Villanova loves to talk about our most famous alumni, Bradley Cooper. A man most famous for being hungover and a raccoon. And here's the thing about Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper went to Villanova for 1 semester, and then he transferred to Georgetown. That's like getting out of purgatory to go to heaven. Sure, the people in heaven, it looks great on a resume, but the people in purgatory are way more fun to be around. So we need to update this, and we almost had it. There's this big rumor going around that Millie Bobby Brown was touring campus. So step aside, men's basketball. There's a new MBB in town. It would be really awesome if she went here. Having a British person on campus would finally improve our diversity. I was really worried people would not laugh at that. The basketball team would be so much more respected if it was led by Sir Colin Gillespie. And the other benefit of this is it would add a new meaning to Drake's How's Villanova, what classes you taking next semester. I am coming back for a 5th year as an undergrad student, not because I want to go to school with Millie Bobby Brown. I'm currently trying to redo my life plan, and I figured that out right at the very end of college. So I'm sticking around. I like to consider myself an academic redshirt. I'm the Sir Colin Gillespie of the School of Engineering. He tears an MCLIWX a class. We're the same person. And I've been thinking about what I want to do with my life, and there's basically 2 things I really want to do. Is I want to have no responsibilities and hang out with people my same age. And I realize that that's a retirement home. There's a little story I wanted to share with you. This was a late-minute addition to my set, but it really amused me, because I was thinking back to my middle school days, and it's got to be tough to join a K-8 school in 8th grade. We had a girl who did this. It's hard, because everyone has been basically friends since they were potty trained. The only thing that would be a worse situation to try to make best friends in is if you stayed in college for a 5th year. Class of 2022, calendar year. And so school in 8th grade, and all 50 of us decided that the reason she had joined our school was because she's been in a coma for the last 2 years, and it's time for her to wake up. We all agree, keep in mind, this means we agree we're all in a simulation. We're not real, we're in the coma with her. And so we would be in the middle of conversation, and we would be like, well, this hypotenuse thing is quite the new idea. Wake up, Kathleen. So E squared plus B squared. I'm someone who looks like they don't realize they went to private school. I went to one of those button-down tie schools, so now I hate long sleeves. I will roll anything up, even a blazer, just not a joint. This is my best form of protest that you'll ever get out of me. We were a Catholic school, so we were like gentlemen of God. So, you would get hazed, and then you would get shamed for being hazed. Very different from my 8th grade experiment. It was a classic blame the victim. And an unrelated fact to this is that our most famous alum to our school is Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Dots are connected. Stay in your seats, I hate him too. And the reason I bring this up is because I want to show that not everyone who goes to these environments are assholes. But most of them are. And so I was reflecting on what it was like to go through the All Guys experience recently, and you would think that there would be this sense of brotherhood and bondage. And the only thing that I could really remember was how to draw a very detailed penis. The secret's in the ball hair. You know? Because you go to college and you realize that genitalia is not just something you would stick in conversation. Or anywhere. At my old school, at my high school, it was really intense. It felt like you couldn't miss a day. If you were sick, if you were coughing up a lung, the teacher would just tell you to put it on ice and just keep going. But now I feel empowered in college and after a pandemic to be like, dear professor, I'm deceased, see you Wednesday. I think taking care of your health is very important. Taking care of your mental health too. I am in a weird relationship with my mental health where I'm not ready to put a label on it yet. Because that's the right spot you want to be in. If you don't put a label on it, you can be like, oh, I'm going to throw myself out a window. And everyone's like, when are you going to do it already? But then once you put a label on it, people are like, all right, get the net. You know, and what I realized is, I think I want to be friends with benefits with my mental health. And the benefits is tasteful defenestration jokes. It's delicious. For those of you who don't know what the word defenestration means, it's like castrate but with windows. On an unrelated note, at the start of my senior year, my college girlfriend broke up with me. That wasn't supposed to happen. And I now realize that it is a liability to have someone walking around campus who has seen my naked feet and train-themed bedroom. You know, it's just I gotta know where that is at all times so I can avoid her. I call it reverse stalking. Some people call it not confronting your emotions. I don't blame people for not knowing about this. You know, I didn't post a notes app breakup on my social media. You know, although I would find it very beneficial if other people did the work for me, because I feel like I always see people posting about how their two best friends are dating and it's this cute couple picture. I'd really love for you to post 3 images on your story. One of her, one of me, and then one that says, proud of you for making a healthy decision. The reason that she broke up with me was because of a dream she had.
What?
Yeah, I'm glad to know that Inception works. Sad to know our relationship didn't. But don't worry, Instagram has my back. It's been giving me a bunch of like support. It's like, yeah, you gotta go be yourself. Go do you. Go follow your dreams. I'm like, that's how we ended up in this mess. And now people are coming up to me and they're like, oh, hey, I can tell you're sad. Thanks. And they're like, this is gonna help you. Not this might help you, this will help you. Here's a story about how much I hate your ex. And it happened 2 years ago when you were dating her. My roommates like to talk about my breakup a lot because they think it humbles me. They're probably right. And one of my roommates came back to the room the other night and he's like, dude, you'd be so proud of me. I ran into your ex and I didn't bring you up once. And I'm just trying to imagine how that conversation goes. Like, oh, hey, how's your last semester going? Do you remember Andrew Mister? And so to try to correct this, well, it's also important to know this. One of my roommates very much enjoys my breakup. And he would announce to anyone that entered the room last semester that I was in the horny stage of the breakup. Thank you, I didn't know that. And so he decided to correct this behavior. He would get a pool noodle. And every time he thought I was having a problem, he would hit me with the pool noodle. And he started calling it the horny noodle. And then I realized that at some point in college, I started to look forward going to a cement room at 11 p.m. and my roommate hit me with a pool noodle. Thank you very much. You guys have been awesome.